Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today, mainly because I have my voice back and I am less sick than I was last week. I posted last week. I could not film my weekly check-in or my paycheck to set up because I was sick. Apparently we had COVID in my house and it went through everybody in our house, and we are now just getting into the recovery side of things. So if I sound a little funny, there's going to be some lingering symptoms. It's going to make it hard for breathing and coughing and, all those things. So it has not been fun, but we are doing much better and feeling better, and I feel well enough to do this. I did do a video yesterday on my other channel, Lisa's Faith and Scripture Writing channel. So if you're interested in that, I think I have a link in the description below. So go check that out if you like scripture writing and journaling. But now I am back and ready to go ahead and attack this budget. I've been doing pretty good about not spending a whole lot because I've been too sick to do some things. But I did do a good amount of spending when I was well enough to get restocked on groceries and things like that. So let's go ahead and kind of dive in and look at the numbers and where we are this week in week 3 of the weekly check-in. Okay, so where I left off, I went ahead and did my weekly check-in last week. So let's go ahead and look at the numbers and where we left off. I just didn't get to film it. And so the weekly check-in numbers from last time, I ended with spending all the grocery money for week 1 and then only having 10 cents left over and then a few dollars here. And then just a low spend at week 1, and then week 2. In the middle of that week is when we got sick. So we had normal spending and then overspending in restaurants because I was too sick to cook and the rest of the family had not gotten sick yet. My husband still could go and pick up some dinners, and we had some deliveries and stuff. So we didn't spend our grocery money, but we did spend our restaurants, which was fine. And then I wasn't shopping miscellaneous stuff either, so we had plenty of money there. And gasoline. These are the categories I want to pay attention the most because I want to know how far over am I really going. And then now we're here to week 3. This is what I had budgeted for the week, $566.01 for a grocery household, which I spent quite a bit of that. Restaurants is $83.58. And I believe I spent all of that and maybe a little bit more. So I'll be playing some catch up when it comes to restaurants with the budget. So there you go. Miscellaneous, $317 I still had left, and then $111.60 was the new budget for gasoline. Now where my numbers come from is whatever the balance is, positive or negative, I divide each week, if it's 4 or 5 weeks, and come up with a number, and I give myself the same amount every week. So these are the amounts. The original week has the original amounts, and that is where I get my numbers from. So with this balance $249.01, I added that to the $320, and that gave me the $566.01. So I knew what I had cash available. Now this is actual cash in the bank account. Of course, all my spending goes on a credit card, and then I pay the credit card once a week. Today is Thursday. It's my weekly check-in. That is when I do this. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So here we go. We go back to the calendar here. Now my calendar has all the spending on it right here. And so I'm just going to grab my notepad here because I did write down everything. And we will check off as we go that I've written down these totals, and we will total them up together. So Meijer is the grocery store I use the most frequent here. And that was $21.43. I think my husband picked some stuff up at the store for me. And then over here, you're going to see, there we go, $150.36. That was actually a pickup. I didn't go in the store. I just ordered things. And then the next day, I had to go into the pharmacy. And then I meandered around for like an hour. It's crazy. Let me see if I pulled in enough. Okay, so I spent $237.06 here on Meijer's. That was grocery and household stuff. So I just restocked. Like I bought a bunch of Lysol wipes and Lysol spray and cleaning supplies to replenish what we'd used up for the week, trying to keep each other as healthy as possible. Just restocked on a lot of things the kids wanted to eat and groceries and stuff. So, and then I actually accidentally walked out of the store with one item because I scanned everything myself. And well, I went back in and scanned that one. So there. So those two transactions, or those 3 transactions. So there's that. The restaurants were over here on Friday and Saturday. My husband didn't get sick until Friday night, I think. Or was it Saturday? Something like that. After we had done, this was a delivery, and then that was a pickup. And then my husband got sick after that. So those are the 2 restaurants. And then we just stopped eating out. And then, because after that point with everybody sick, we just didn't feel like eating very much. So we had a lot of like sandwiches and just snack stuff. And then miscellaneous. So where's that at? Oh, Dr. Odell. So we used to go to the Joint Chiropractic. And the guy that runs it is Dr. Odell. But he also has a private practice. And he has other stuff over there that we were interested in. So we went over, my husband went over for the private practice. I was supposed to go that day, but I was already sick, and I got sick on Wednesday. So I did not want to, I didn't know I had COVID at the time. It was just a cold, I thought, and so I didn't go. I go here on the 20th, though. I'm better, and I'm past all my benchmarks as far as days go. When I can be back out, I'll wear a mask and stuff like that. And then Sarah Marie on Friday released her Sarah Marie stickers for the budget stickers, her weekly planning, and her for the hourly and the compact vertical. I use stickers on all 3 planners. And that's a lot of stickers, and so it totals up quite a bit. And I was $162.93. I use a 15% discount she has in her shop for just the stickers, except for the mystery kits, which is Sarah Marie 15. So if you go to Sarah Marie stickers, use that Sarah Marie 15 to save you some money, especially if you buy the quantities like I do. And I always save $20 to $30 every time I do this, so that's pretty good. And then again, I bought more stickers. I did a annual budget, and I didn't like how it looked, and I didn't want to pull up all the stickers and redo the pages, so I just bought new stickers, and I was like, call it a day. So there's that there. And then I got gas on this day, and then, let's see, and then there's this copay right here. And I picked up some medication that was mine. Now over here is an unbudgeted item, but it's an unbudgeted giving item. It was $257.26. And we put money aside for tithing and offerings and givings and stuff like that every month. And so my husband's cousin is having a baby girl, and we wanted to bless them. And this new baby girl, don't know her name yet, so I'm excited to find that out. She's going to be born in February. I think at the end of February, but I'm not sure. And yeah, it's just exciting. And, you know, we wanted to bless her and the baby, and yeah, we're just happy for everybody in the family. And it's her 3rd child, and this child is her first girl. So that's really exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and get the calculator ready and total up these numbers. Move this off to the side so I can have room to do things. I have water here, splashed a little on the desk here. So here we go. So I'm going to total this up, and I will be right back. Okay, so those are the numbers that I'm going to be putting in my weekly check-in for how much we spent on week 3, which doesn't look too bad. I mean, I did go pretty heavy on the grocery household, but as I showed before, I had plenty in the account to cover it, so that was fine by me. So let's flip the page back to the weekly check-in and write these numbers down. Okay, so I spent $419.06 On grocery household, we spent $191.42 on restaurants and $246.72 on miscellaneous, and then gas. Now you're going to see I don't have unbudgeted or copay on here. I just track that mainly in the paycheck to paycheck, and I track it on the calendar when I spend it, so I know when we pay for those things. But I'm being really extra cautious this month because I really went through a lot of money in November, December, just spend happy because it was the holidays and it was fun. On unbudgeted right now, so I'm very picky on what unbudgeted means and what I'm going to use that for. This unbudgeted was not paid out of the checking account though. It was paid out of a sinking fund for blessings, so or a savings account for blessings. So this didn't actually affect our checking budget, so that was why I didn't really mind it wasn't here. And like I said, the copay, I mean, you're going to pay copays for what you need on medications and stuff. Me, I'm just tracking it because I'm not used to paying copays on medications, and I want to know this year what it really looks like, so that's why I'm tracking it separate. And I'm actually tracking it separate here in the front. I've got 4 columns here in this dashboard section, and I'm writing down who's paying what for what, who has paid copays for what person. So that's how I'm kind of tracking it, and so I can budget next month or year on what everybody needs a little bit better. So and it'll help me predict a little bit better. So let's take these numbers, move these notepad out of the way since I'm done with that. And I'm going to total up what I have left, and then I'm going to add what I need for week 4. So doing this part really helps to know, are you overspending? Are you underspending? What does the budget tell you about your spending? And I think that's always important. So this gives me a balance of $146.95. I'm not over budget here, which is really good. And this can compensate for what I can already tell is a little bit of over budgeting here, but that's okay. Because groceries and household and restaurants kind of take care of one another. So if I spend more on one, I spend less in the other usually. So that works out pretty good. Also, if you do savings challenges and things like that, and you want to set aside something to do every week, I would recommend a weekly check-in, absolutely, to get those balances. And like here in this first week, I could have put like $7 towards a challenge and then $110 towards a challenge, and just stay within what I have budgeted for each week. This is a great way of coming up with money for that. Let's see, 83.58 minus 91.42, and that is a negative, so I need to get my red pen over here and write negative $7.84. So that will be covered by the 146 above it. So that works. And it's only a few dollars, and we have plenty in the buffer checking account to cover a lot of this, so it's not that big a deal. Let's see, I had $317.39 minus the $246.72, and that gave us $70 left over. Again, a savings challenge would be fun to use that $70 and divide up among different things you want to save for. Let's see, $111.60 minus $66.48. That still gives me $45 in gas left over and 12 cents. Now for week 4. Now week 3 and week 4 are part of Paycheck 2. And so all this cash that I'm talking about here for this part is actually sitting in the checking account, waiting to be used. The bills have pretty much come out. There's a few bills that haven't. So when I'm working the weekly check-in, as long as I know I'm staying in these numbers, I know I'm not going to overspend in my checking account. And the bills that are going to be paid out of it that haven't cleared because of their due dates, they're going to be fine. The money's going to sit there. So that is how I kind of compartmentalize the spending half and the bill half. Now, some people separate in actually 2 different checking accounts, which is perfectly okay if that works best for you. Man, my calculator wasn't even on. I'm sorry. And so that is one way of doing it, and that's excellent. I don't really feel the need to have that many checking accounts and stuff like that, so this works fine. So we're going to make the setup for, or do the total setup for week 4. And again, I'm going to refer back to these numbers up here and add them to these balances, and that's going to carry me over because that's the new week's budget. But I want to make sure the total is correct so I know through the week if I have a little bit or a lot or whatever to spend as far as what's for the budget. So $320 is what I have for grocery household budgeted for the week, every week for 5 weeks. And then $146.95 is what I actually have left over for the budget. Now in my head I'm thinking, oh, that's plenty to cover that $7 shortage. And it's true because I know I'm not going to spend it, probably not going to spend it all, but you just never know. So that's why you always have to make sure if you are over, you have a way of covering it. So that's why they have buffer in the checking account and savings and things like that. So that works for me. Restaurants, I give myself $100 a week, minus $7.84, which is giving us $92.16 left for the budget, which is fine. I'm still going to interchange with those two. That's not going to be too big of a deal. $110 is what I'm giving myself for miscellaneous, plus the $70.67 I didn't spend last month. And that gives me $180 or not last month, last week. I'm still sick. I'm sorry. My brain is so foggy. $180.67. That is what is left over. And I have that until next paycheck. And that should be good because I don't have any more stickers to buy from Sarah Marie. She's already got all her stuff out. Unless she comes out with something really, really cool, like One Page Wednesdays or something, which she hasn't done in a long time, but I hope she brings back. I think it'd be really good. And then gasoline, which was $45.12. I give myself $50 a week for that, for me and my husband. So I have $95.12 left over, or budgeted for the week of week 4, which will be plenty because I just filled up my gas tank in week 3, and so my husband will use the gas, but he has a smaller vehicle, so he doesn't put as much gas in his vehicle as I do. So that's the weekly check-in. And let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So weekly check-in done and done. So far we're looking pretty good this month. We did get sick, but we're staying within budget. And I think now that the holidays are over and birthdays are kind of over for us for a little while. My son was born on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day, and then all the spending that we do and celebrating for the whole month. I mean, we just celebrate like from Halloween all the way to New Year's, and it's like one big party. It feels like we just did a lot of spending at the end of the year, and I didn't think I was going to get anything under control, but I'm feeling like I'm getting some of the budget under control, even with the inflation for groceries and stuff. I know the amount that I'm working with, and I'm making it work within the budget. Yeah, it's a little less money because I have to put more money towards groceries, but we're still living the lifestyle we want and still able to take care of ourselves. And I just pray that we keep moving forward, and I pray that your blessing, I pray that you're blessed, but I also pray that your budget is going as well, and that you are able to take care of things as well. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.